Welcome to Monday Mukbang, and this is going to be posting. Whoops! There's the dog bite, and I'm getting a dog bite. Hey, sit down. Sit, baby. Sit. Come on. Good dog. Good dog. Sit down. Not get in my lap, you joker. Welcome to Monday Mukbang. This is Happy New Year's. This will be posting on New Year's Day. It's just going to be me. Potato cakes, which are just I don't want to say recycled mashed potatoes, but they are recycled mashed potatoes from Christmas. It's just gonna be me and Buttercup, and I guess a German tradition. It's sauerkraut, and I'm going to be putting sauerkraut on my potato cakes and eating them. I'm going to be talking about, what I hope to have, my hopes for 2018, and oh, there's Wednesday. And my hope is that I can put my little puppies on display with me. They don't normally get to actually sit at the table with me. They usually always are bugging around, or in Wednesday's case, parkouring their way up into videos. Now I'm just literally going to be dashing a little bit of sauerkraut on my potato cakes. And there's nothing fancy about my potato cakes. It's simply taking old mashed potatoes and frying them, forming them into cakes, and then frying them in a frying pan with lots of oil. Oh, baby. And then, of course, sauerkraut's fairly easy. You just open a can and throw it in a pot and eat it. I guess one of the things that's really struck me in 2017, unfortunately, was the whole loss of my mother-in-law and my brother-in-law in a very tragic, unexpected way. Both were very good people. And unfortunately, the way they left leaves a lot of unanswered questions. And I'm hoping that in 2018 I don't have any surprises, or my family has any surprises like that in store. And it just so happens that sauerkraut is supposed to bring you luck or wealth, or in my case I just want luck. I just hope to remain healthy and safe, my family to be healthy and safe through 2018. And I don't really need anything very much more than their safety and happiness. And that includes my puppies. And all of you watching this video, I wish all of you health and just safety in 2018. And for some of you who may not be even in this country, that's a pretty tough order when it comes to being safe. We are in the United States. We are very, very lucky, most of us, in being in a very safe environment and being able to take care of animals and take care of families and everything else like that. The one thing that as I'm sitting here and I'm digging through these potato cakes, is always the part that I liked when I was a kid is the crunchy part. It's the brown stuff where that layer of oil and potato sort of like met and got crunchy. And as you can see, I have two very nice doggos who are more than willing to sit here with me on chairs and be good and not get on the table. Don't get on the table. It's a little hard for them, especially for Buttercup to sit. She's a little bigger than Wednesday. And let's be honest, they're here because I'm giving them potatoes. And I hope that as you guys go through 2018, or as you look back on 2017, you find something joyful. I mean, despite all the loss, I know there's joy in seeing. There was joy for me in 2017. I did not, nor did it wasn't bereft of joy. There was still joy to be had, and that's the wonderful thing about life. Is that, oh, don't you dare! As long as you're living, you can find something. Nice dog, good buttercup, and you can find something to help you keep going. And really, in some level, I would tell you that beyond my sons and my wife, seeing, and my profession, which is teaching, these two wonderful little animals are a big reason why, I would want to keep, have experienced joy. Because if you look at them, they're just like everybody else. They want to see happiness. Unfortunately, most of the time for them, happiness is petting. Actually, like most of us, their joy revolves around attention and food. Isn't that right? Yes. Yeah. So, I guess my goal, or something I can shoot for in 2018, is to provide those that I love more attention. Maybe not more food. We're pretty fortunate. We have access to a lot of food. And one of the things that I do, and that I encourage in my family and in my students, is giving some of that back in the form of volunteerism. Puppies can't volunteer, but they can work to help and keep people healthy and happy. I've worked with service dogs who help people who are having a hard time or are struggling to feel a little bit better. And that's what these guys are. I mean, that's what pets are, or pets should be. It's a chance for, I don't know, I mean, Buttercup's a rescue. I don't know. Not off the table. I don't know where she would be if we hadn't bought her. We almost got this young lady's brother because he ended up in a rescue shelter after he was purchased. Whoever got him couldn't take care of him, and that's a shame. Because she's a good dog. She's a good little friend, companion. And these two, even my vet tells me, I think that I have them, they are pretty good. They are pretty good listeners. They do a good job. She doesn't see many owners, I guess, that can put their hands in their doggos' mouths and if I have to. Unfortunately, Wednesday wouldn't lose a little tooth, a baby tooth. And I had to wiggle it and make sure it came out. She's good. My Nicholas, I was getting older. I think he only has one more tooth to pull. One more baby tooth left. And he will be, he's gotten beyond the time where he needs dad to help him pull his teeth. He can do it on his own. Neil has gotten to an age where I really am just here to make sure he's eating and finding his way in the world. Whatever way that may be. I mean, I don't know that Neil knows. I didn't really know my way in the world at 18 or 19. I was sort of lost for a couple years. When I was his age. But luckily I found my way. Hey, no look at the tablecloth. My dogs are very, very sensitive to people coming into their house. Right. This is their house. I just live here. Right? You guys will just let me live here? Am I allowed? Sit. It's just Neil. Yeah. So, I'm very fortunate. My mom taught me to make potato cakes at a young age. And I think that's one of the roles that parents, or that I feel fairly successful at. I try to believe that I'm successful at. That if something were to happen, Neil and Nick would be able to feed themselves. And that's good. And I think they would pick good food. And healthy food, and hopefully be able to provide food for themselves and each other if something were to change in their lives. I know Jessica can. I mean, she's pretty good. I did not believe I was going to be able to get both dogs to sit here for more than 10 minutes, and I've done that. I'm very impressed. These guys must really love me. They are very... I am very lucky that way as well. I have 2 animals. I have family, all that love me and all that care about me, and all that will want to see a wonderful 2018 for everyone in this house and everyone in your house. Of course, Wednesday would be the first to go. Buttercup. What are we going to do with her? She was the last to come and the first to go. What kind of mukbang is that? I don't really, Jessica wanted me to talk about, or thought I should talk about what I believe should happen in 2018. What I believe should happen is that life should continue. Joy and happiness should continue. Not that it's going to outweigh the damage or the hurt feelings that I may or may not have this year, or my, you know, the successes or failures. And not that it's going to outweigh that, but it comes at a spot or at a time when I need it. And that's all I can ever wish for everyone that watches this channel. That they find joy and happiness and strength when they need it. You can't. They're not gifts. They're things that you learn and earn over time, sort of like how to make potato cakes. You have to learn how to be, you have to learn what joy is and where to celebrate it. And that's what the New Year's Eve is. And New Year's Day. A chance to celebrate.
I'll be fine.
A chance to enjoy your loved ones, random people you met at a bar. But that you can enjoy life and living life. Maybe not that you should do so to excess, although many of us have and will. I'd like to believe that those days are gone for me, that I carry on responsibly, because I have people and animals who depend on my care and attention, and that's important to me. Not that I won't slip up. That happens. But that I'll try. Oh, you're back. Well, no butter. I know this has been sort of like deep and butter Wednesday. Looks like my doggos are getting ready to all but abandon me. No, no eating off the plate. Dogs don't eat off plates. There you go. Sit down. Sit down, Butter. Or get down. One of the two. I know. I'll get you some regular food here in a minute. I hope that you take the time this New Year's Day and every day in 2018 to celebrate joy, to celebrate life, and whatever that means for you. It's a joy being alive, but sometimes it's also work. But it's worth it. Because hopefully you get the chance to experience sharing that with somebody. Whether it be 2 wonderful dogs, 2 wonderful kids, a wife, friends, random strangers. I can't tell you how many times various people throughout my life have, whether I've known them or continued to know them or not, have made a difference at very pivotal moments where it's like, it's not necessarily that they're changing my life or my life's outcome, but that their attention and their questions have led me to something that I was missing, or helped me find something that was lost. So I'm wishing that for you in 2018, that if you don't have joy in your life right now, that you find it, and that if you're missing someone to share it with, that you find them, and that if you need strength, you're able to look inside and find a way to conjure that up to move forward. That's what I want for everyone here at the Omnis that watches Omnis Vegan and across the world. That they find those inner things. Those, whether it be through meditation, gaining a pet, a significant other, making a random friend, when you least expected it, or finding that blessing, the unlooked for answer, wherever you may seek to find it, or wherever it occurs. So for Omnis Vegan, my name's John. Happy New Year, and may you find everything that you're looking for and more. And I've got to go feed my dogs. Let's go. Oh, and because my mom would never forgive me, when I was a kid, you cleaned your plate. Not always the healthiest idea sometimes. But if you take something, or you start something, you should finish it. Happy New Year. Let's go. Let's get you some food, doggos. Ugh.